Finally, kind of have an opponent to prepare for. I think our guys have great appreciation for an understanding for how well you need to play in this thing. You're playing a very good opponent in South Dakota State, who's I believe has an NBA player on their roster and has had an outstanding year. So. We'll get to digging in on them and preparing for them here. But a fun moment for our fans and our guys. A great turnout here tonight. And we really appreciate them coming out and kind of supporting this group and, let the sleepless nights begin.
Chris, you guys have wins over teams in this tournament who were seated very high, Purdue and Michigan, we're talking about.
Yeah.
How well are you playing as a team right now compared to how well you were playing when you won games like that? Now you're going to play all good teams.
Yeah.
Are you at that
right.
same level right now?
Yeah, all good, for sure. I think that I think we have played well in spots here late, and we've struggled at times as well. I chuckled. I literally chuckled. I read somewhere today that we haven't had a quality win in a month, and I said it wasn't by any of you fine journalists, by the way. And I literally chuckled because I said the person who said that clearly has not coached or played in the Big Ten, certainly not at Indiana on senior night. Those are hard things to get. Now, did we play perfect? No. Do we need to play better? Absolutely. That's a hard thing to do on senior night, and I don't want to take that away from our guys or our program in any way. Do we need to play better in spots? Sure, but that made me chuckle because that's a hard thing to do, winning on the road, period, but certainly a middle-of-the-road team in your league. Our job right now is to try to prepare us to play as well as we can play on Thursday. We know we're playing a really good opponent, as you mentioned. It's true. You're playing really good teams from here on out. Maybe the 116s. It's always kind of been a mismatch, but in some ways the 215. But really outside of that, you look at it, it's a lot of really even games, and it comes down to the last minute or two in all of them. So. We're going to need to play better than what we've played in stretches, but I also think we've done some good things as well.
Chris, it's new going into today that we're going to be in the field. I wonder now that you look back, now that it's official, did you really think that a 5 seed or this kind of season last summer was going to be possible?
No. No, I didn't, and I don't. I mean, a 5 seed's really hard to get. It's really hard to get. I think it's interesting when you look at the numbers a little bit. It's alarming in a lot of ways. Less than 20% of the teams in college basketball are playing in this thing right now. When you look at at-large berths, it's just over 11% of college basketball teams get at-large berths. You look around at your friends coaching and our guys, guys that they played with, they look around and a lot of those guys are sitting at home right now. For our program in general, you look at it and really until Coach Mata got here, there wasn't a stretch of more than, I think we went to 3 straight in the 40s, maybe 3 straight in the 50s or 60s, and 3 straight in the 90s, but no longer streak than that. Thad went to 7 straight, but it's not a rite of passage, is my point. And we're hungry to do more, but you also want to recognize it's not a rite of passage, as evidenced by the fact that when I asked how many guys had played in the tournament, I saw 3 returning hands up, and I think that's going to be interesting for these guys to be a part of this new group that has not done that. I was surprised when 3 hands. I mean, I shouldn't have been, but I was a little bit. So we recognize it as a fun day, and now we're hungry to play it in as long as we can.